when other people's expectations do not fit. I have been thinking about how heavy other people's expectations can feel, especially when they are not aligned with who you actually are. The people closest to you often believe they know your potential. They see something in you and they want to name it. They want to predict what you should become. They say you are smart. They say you could be something. They say they expected more. And sometimes that lands strangely, because when I hear that, I do not think of myself as smart in the way they mean it. I do not feel clever or impressive or naturally gifted. I feel curious. I feel driven to understand how things work. I feel compelled to turn thoughts into something real. If I want something to exist, I figure out how to make it happen. If I do not know how, I learn. If there is no guide, I work it out myself. I do not wait for instruction. I use my head and my hands. That feels ordinary to me. But to other people, success looks different. It looks like money, comfort, outsourcing, being able to pay someone else to solve problems for you. They see the balance in your account. They see what you can afford. They see what you do not have. And they draw conclusions from that. They do not see what you can build. They do not see how you create from constraint. They do not see that when something is not an option, you invent another way. They see what they value, not what you value. I think that is where the disconnect lives. They can only see you within the limits of their own definition of success, and that definition is not large enough to hold who you are trying to become. I also notice how lonely that can feel, because you are not asking to be rescued. You are not asking for praise. You are not asking to be told you are special. You are asking for a chance to make a difference, a chance to contribute to something larger than yourself, a chance to be rewarded financially for the value you know you can create. And underneath all of that, a desire to feel grounded. Not inflated, not validated, grounded. Grounded in the sense that someone sees you accurately, that your way of thinking is recognized, that your patience was not wasted, that your effort was not misplaced. I think that is why it hurts to not be seen clearly, because you know what it feels like to recognize potential, to sense something unfinished but real, to believe that growth is possible even before it is visible. And when that recognition does not come back to you, it can make you question yourself in ways that feel unfair. So you keep going. You stay proactive. You work toward your goals. You build quietly. You try not to let other people's opinions shape your direction. And still, part of you hopes that one day, someone will recognize your value without needing you to perform it. That hope does not feel desperate. It feels steady. It feels like alignment rather than waiting. I am noticing that what I want is not approval. It is grounding. The feeling that my inner sense of who I am is reflected back to me accurately by the world. That my effort makes sense. That my patience was not foolish. That my way of moving through life is valid, even if it does not look like everyone else's. That grounding would not change who I am. It would simply allow me to stand where I already am without constantly bracing myself. Tonight, I am sitting with that, not asking it to resolve, not demanding that recognition arrive, just acknowledging that wanting to be seen clearly is not the same as needing validation. It is the desire to feel anchored in reality, and for now, that recognition is enough to sit with tonight.